All right, welcome to today's episode of Conversations with Segun, and I want to welcome everybody who's watching right now, wherever it is you're watching from. I'd like to say thank you for joining us. And on today's episode of Conversations with me, I'll be talking to a very wonderful gentleman who will be joining us anytime very soon on today's episode of the program. And I want to encourage everyone who's watching, who's listening in right now, get your friends, get your loved ones, get anybody around you to be a part of the program. Tell them it's about time. Do me a favor, share this stream to your contacts wherever they are right now. You're watching on Facebook, watching on YouTube. You can share to invite as many people as possible. My guest today is a fantastic gentleman, and I can guarantee you that what we'll be sharing today, as the topic we're talking about, critical skills for teenagers, will be what he'll be sharing will be something that will be definitely beneficial to young teenagers that will be watching this today. So, if you're watching this right now, kindly, quickly, as you see scrolling down on your screen there, share with your contacts. Yes, my guest today, for those of us who already know, is Chunu TJ. He's live here already. I'm going to be bringing him on very soon. Chunu TJ is a fantastic gentleman based in the city of Benin. He's a teen mentor. In fact, he has been a teen mentor for over 2 decades. He's a fantastic guy, my friend. I can boldly and proudly call him my friend and brother. And so I'm bringing he's married with children, and so it's someone that you do definitely want to mentor your teen. I've learned a lot from him growing up. Worked with him for about 15 10 15 years. I've been working with him, and I want to bring him on today because there is no time. Today's episode is for 30 minutes. That's what we'll be doing going forward on conversations with Segun. Will be a 30-minute program, and I'm bringing on Chunu TJ. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the TJ to the program. TJ, my brother, how are you today?
I'm great, Segun. It's good to be with you. I'm excited that the internet is bringing us, or rather, the pandemic, as sad as it is, it's bringing us closer, getting us to communicate more often with such platforms as this. Thank you for having me here today.
Fantastic. Good to have you around. How's your family? How are you guys doing? How you guys coping this COVID-19 season? Hope you guys are safe.
Oh, yes, so we are, and I hope you and every person viewing this are all safe. We're doing good. I think this pandemic has given us time to do something we've not done for a long time, which is, spend more time with ourselves as so we're certainly enjoying the opportunities given to us. We're staying home, we're staying safe, and we're ensuring we're keeping the distance, the social distance as recommended, and we're doing as much as possible to, we're so conscious of the fact that we need to wash our hands, and ensure everywhere
Exactly.
is clean. So it's good. We're learning good habits.
I'm telling you, I think one of the good things that has come out of the whole COVID-19 thing is the consciousness of cleanliness. They usually will say cleanliness is next to godliness, but
Oh
we
yeah.
just generally brush it off and move on. And but now with COVID-19, everybody's washing their hands. Everybody's sanitizer is supposed to be something that you use normally. It's not. It's not supposed to be when there is.
Daily, yeah, in my
Yeah,
house.
you use normally. Just the way you wash you have, you bathe, you
Yeah.
cream yourself, and all of that. Sanitizer should be something that you have and use. But fortunately, we are using it now, and it's fantastic. How's Benin? I was going to ask, how's Benin? For those who don't know, TJ is based in the beautiful city. How do they call it now? The ancient city of Benin. How's Benin today, TJ?
Benin, well, I believe Benin is great. I've only tried to follow it online. I've not stepped out of my doors today. I rarely do that these days because I'm so fixed working online. But Benin is great. The governor here is trying his best to keep the citizens safe. But we have all likes who don't still believe what is happening. People are already setting back to their defaults. Those who can move forward are moving forward. And I think the law enforcement agents are trying their best to keep the citizenry safe. So we're doing good in Edo State so far.
Fantastic. Like they say in Edo State, Oba Atokwe, we give it to the our
He
revered
said.
monarch. All right, fantastic, TJ. Like we know, I set this up. This is more like a TV program now, online. As we are talking now, we're simulcasting on Facebook and on Instagram. On sorry, on YouTube. I could actually have done it on more channels on Periscope. I have the ability to be able to do that. All that I have learned in the last week
Beautiful.
in this time of the COVID-19, I have picked up that skill, and we can see now that it is very beneficial and very essential. What do you think, as a teen coach working with young people, what do you think young people can learn, teenagers can learn this season that would, alter the alter their future for good? Because you've worked with young people for a long time. In the internet skills and IT skills are skills that it's very easy for young people to pick up. So how do you marry teenagers and the skills that are available for them to get today?
Okay, first and foremost, before I go into your question, I think it's important I get to state here that parents need to be more aware of the realities on ground. And just because we're seeing certain things, certain kind of behavior or mannerism, as it were, with these teenagers, doesn't mean that they are less of who they are. A lot of parents need to help their children and their teenagers, where this discussion lies, need to help them get their best this season. In my years of practice, I have seen a lot of teenagers go back home and struggle even after learning because the environment at home is not conducive. Why do I say that? A lot of our parents are traditionalists, with all due respect. They have learned foundational values that has, preserved and protected us this far. But, as the world moves, things change. And we need to learn to probably hold our message, but change our method. We've not been able to successfully do that. A lot of our parents are not living in the reality that today presents to them. So they don't know how to communicate with their teenagers, thereby limiting their teens from expressing the possible new skills they learn. Okay, so the first thing I just want to encourage parents, this is an opportunity, like I said in the earlier part of this broadcast, this is an opportunity for you to bond with your child more, your teenage child more. Try to strike up conversations with your teenager. Don't just give them instructions. Strike conversations with your teenagers is very important. That environment will enhance their learning. It will speed up their learning. Okay, so you want to engage them, give them responsibilities as well. Sometimes you're learning one or two things. One of the things you can do is give them responsibilities. Don't just send them, give them work. Let they go out and just, go clean the house. No, let them feel as though they are part of the leadership of the home, because one day they'll become adults and you want them to be better than you. How good will it be seeing them practice before you what they may be doing, when they're out of the home? So give them responsibilities that by so doing they're learning leadership skill, and that is an important skill. Leadership skill is a skill that it's needed in a country like Nigeria, in a continent like Africa. We need leaders. And where do they come from? They come from the home. The home is the best ground to train leadership. So before I start talking about other techie skills, I want to focus a little on this leadership skills. Give them responsibility. Don't just attack them when they don't do things right. This is your opportunity to now mentor them, not just as a not don't just be a father or a parent, also be a mentor to your child. Let them learn, let them be with you. My son sometimes will just want to sit here, watch me talk. He just walked out. If he comes here, he will be standing here watching me, and he'll be doing the mannerism,
Mm.
I'm doing. We want to ensure that we give them that opportunity to learn leadership skills. So, what are the opportunities
So
that are really
I'm
out
I'm
there?
just
They are
before
a
you go,
lot.
TJ, before you go to the opportunities that are out there for young people to learn, you just talked about parents embracing what is happening now with their young children. But people cannot give what they don't know. People can only do what they have learned. So a lot of parents are only training their
I tried.
children.
I
They
tried
are
to
training their
avoid that.
children. the way they grew up and the way they were trained, you know.
Yes.
In the
Yes.
in the I would
Yes.
always tell my mother, I was like, the time you were growing up, you grew up with your stepmother. You grew up like a slave to your stepmother. And the way she treated
Yeah.
you was treating you like an outcast. And that is what you've learned. And now you are trying to bring me up your own child with what you learned from her. And I'm like, no, I'm not a slave. I have a right to ask questions on what you're telling me. You are my mother. I say, no,
But
picking
do
on the
you
do like
know
that
that?
for Papa.
Do you know that?
Hmm.
Do you know that I need to come in? If we get into that discussion, I try to avoid it. While I was just doing introduction, because it's a whole that's like a 2 weeks discussion. If we get into that, why I'm saying that is that most people, even as well, Shagun, you don't know your subconscious programming until the situation demands for a response, and then you see yourself responding in a way probably you don't understand. So to your mom and to other parents, what they are doing in their reality is right and correct because that's all they have known. That is the basic programming that they are operating with. Anything you say now is alien to them. Okay, so we have to talk about how to probably unlearn, learn, or relearn. Okay, and you understand. I guess you understand that, Johnny Shegun. But
Yes.
what you're saying is valid, and I just want to reinstate that we cannot impose our own reality on our children. Our children are born in a digital age. I was somewhere sharing on a radio station in Abuja, and I was asked when is the right time, to introduce children to technology. And my answer was they were born into technology. We were the ones who were introduced into technology. So that question to
So
me
true.
wasn't a valid
So true.
question. Their technology, their native is technology. Their language is technology. Their mannerism is technology. Okay, we are the ones trying to adapt. They were born into it. That's why you can see if a 4-year-old, my 9 months old baby is already taking selfies with my
Selfies.
phone. Okay, that's her native. Yeah, at 9 months, that's her native. Okay, so it's us who we're having that barrier, that conscious resistance because of how we've been brought up over time. So we fight these things, and that's why I'm asking that parents allow your teenagers, give them the opportunity to express whatever. And one of the ways you can even help them connect with you better is getting them to teach you what they know. Okay, you'll be so amazed. Now, I have a deck here in my house, and my son who's 7 here goes there, he puts the deck on, and then music is playing, and he's doing this DJ thing. And I'm like, okay, where is that coming from? And he's telling me,
Mm.
Daddy, see, this can do this, this can do this. I bought it. And this is one thing with us parents. Sometimes we don't have time to read the manuals. We just want to get the things, get our children busy and all that. Then our children take time to consume what we get. They see we don't know certain things. They try to teach us these things, but because we are daddy, we are the adults, we are this, we try to shut them down, and then we limit them from expressing the best of who they are. And when they go out to the world, one is either they go out with low self-esteem, or two, they hear somebody or see somebody who's giving them the opportunity you refuse to give them, and then they follow that person, and the person becomes their virtual parent, teaching them the things that you don't desire see them express in their lives. Okay, so parents is critical. It's critical and it's important that we help our children by giving them the enabling environment to express the things they have learned, picked along the way, or the things they're even learning in their house, so that we can help model them. Now, the Bible says one thing: train
We
up a
must model
child in
them
the
in their
way.
own
I would say
reality.
in their own reality. Now, it says, I was going to, the scripture says, train up a child in the way, not in your way, in the way. So the
Mm.
question is, do you even know the
Mm.
way? Yeah, do you know the way? If it's the way, then it's a way that is not designed or fashioned around your imagination alone, around your experience, because your experiences will be limiting. So the question is the way. The easy answer for those of us who are Christians is to say Jesus is the way. So if we want to bring in the Jesus factor into this, you want to ask yourself, how did Jesus live? And then you make that a model for
He
how your
lived.
child
He
should live.
lived in the
Okay?
reality of
So
his
think about,
day. Jesus lived in the reality of his day.
yes, yes,
So we must bring
yes.
up our own children in
There's a
the
lot of things
reality of their
about
own
Jesus.
day. Mm.
Yes,
TJ,
Jesus worked as a carpenter. with his
Yeah.
father.
I want to throw in these comments by Ofe Atiwe all the way from London. I don't know if you can see it where you are, TJ. It says you are right. I used to wonder
Yes,
if my mom
I
was
can say
truly
clearly.
mine when I was growing up. She would make me grind pepper with the stone instead of blender. Apparently, the food with pepper from the stone tastes better. But you see, that was her
Oh
mom.
my.
That was her mom, bringing her up in her mom's own reality, where when they were growing
Yes,
up as a
yes,
girl
yes.
child, you need to grind with grinding stone. So there is blender
Grind.
available now. In her reality, there was no light, so they didn't
No,
have a blender.
the
It was
blender.
only
The
grinding stone. But what was ingrained in her mind is that as a girl child, you should join in grinding on the stone. I'm not sure my child now. We have a grinding stone in my house, but we rarely use it. So
no,
she rarely will even know how it is
no
used.
idea what it is. What it is,
Exactly.
yeah.
So it just goes to buttress the point you made about TJ. But let's go back to our topic of discussion, TJ. What are the skills they need to learn right now?
Okay, so the first thing I said is leadership skill. Above every other skill is leadership skill, because in learning leadership skill, they even learn better how to handle themselves. They learn how to be kind to others, learn empathy, they learn decision making, and those things are important in business, in whatever you do. Okay, so learning leadership skill is very important. So look for every opportunity to engage them in leadership. That is one and key. So, but just like you said, Shegun, you use this time to learn um, how to do edit this, and I told you once my son is here, he's going to always come in. This
Hey
is
boy, how are you?
Daddy, my friend is in my help. So
We
the
can
mom
hear
said that
you.
she
We can
should
hear
come and help
everything you are
her something.
saying.
So
okay.
I
The whole world is hearing everything you're saying. So you're not wasting. Okay, go out. When I'm done, I call you and show you come. Okay. So
All right, TJ.
10 minutes.
So
Okay,
while
10
you're there,
minutes.
let me.
Thank
I'll
you.
take
Thank
you off the stream. So that was TJ. TJ is still very much available, but I just wanted to say, if you're watching and you're enjoying this stream, kindly share this video to your contacts. Kindly share the stream so that we can get more people to join. If already you have not started following me, I want to encourage you. That's my handle scrolling right there under the screen. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Please kindly share this wherever you're watching so that we have more people. Today, we're talking about skills that teenagers can learn in this time of shutdown and COVID-19 that they can use in changing the trajectory of their future. And I've been talking with none other than Mr. Chunu Teajay, who has over 2 decades experience in being a teen mentor. I can guarantee that. I can testify to that. And that's why I have him here talking with us today. I'll bring him back on and he will begin to tell us. We've talked about a lot of things about how parents bring up their teenagers, how they want to bring them in their own reality. But we are going to move quickly to how, because we don't have much time, how what teenagers need to learn. TJ, welcome back. Thank you for that first part of the program before your
Yeah.
son
Thank you.
came in,
Sorry.
before family came in. You see, family is first. And you just showed us, TJ, by that bless, bless you, my brother. It's
Excuse
risky
me.
to cough now, but you are very far away.
No, there's my wife is doing her own thing in the kitchen. So
Oh, okay.
it
I
is what
see.
we
I see.
experience these days.
I see. I see. I see. But I was saying that what you just showed now is a pointer to what you are saying being a reality and not just talk. I can see your young son, and having enough
Yes.
confidence in you to come and meet you. So when we were growing up, TJ, you don't do that. Daddy cannot have a visitor and you're
Ah,
talking to
no, no,
daddy,
no, no, you don't.
or daddy is now online. You now kick your
Who are
body
you?
boot. You will get the beating of your life. But so you just shown us that bringing them up in their own
Yes.
reality. I watched a video how a man was participating in a Zoom meeting in his office, and two of his children somehow left the wife and came. Did you watch
The
that video? Very
children.
funny. Yes. And the wife came in because she knew
I
that
saw the
my
video
husband is
too.
online. Oh, see wahala. She ran in to pick them out. Everybody was, and the guy was confused but that's the reality of who we are. And that's why we say in today's world, you must have emotional
If your
intelligence.
home, yes, I was going to say, if your home is not your happy place, then probably you started living in hell.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. If your home is not your happy place, continue. Probably you started living in hell.
I say, if your home is, yes.
Okay, so I'll allow you to go to the skills that teenagers need to
For
learn before. Bless
they
you,
need
my
to help me
brother.
in this house. Whatever they are cooking, I'm so sorry. Okay,
It's
but
okay.
it's what we deal with.
No problems.
Everybody's home. Yeah. So okay.
Yes.
Basic skills uh will lie. I said the first was leadership. Now the basic skills will lie in our ability to solve problems. Okay, so whatever skill you're going to develop now, you should ask yourself the question: what problem is it solving? There are problems all around us. There's problem all around the world. Okay, we want to talk about, okay, for instance, see my hair. I've been trying to grow my hair. I've never seen my hair this much in a long time. But right now, the becoming a barber may not be a useful skill to learn, because right now nobody really trusts any person so much. And if you saw me coughing like this in a shop where you are, I believe you run away. Okay, so learning those barbing skills and all that may be good, but may not be critical, because they don't solve any immediate problem. Okay, that's a need to people. But however, now people are sitting at home and people need to work. What are the things people are needing more? If people are going more online, that means there's more problems online that needs more solutions. Example. Now, Segun is hosting this webinar, whatever this is right now, this talk show right now. Segun would have to do publicity for this. He would have to do that's publicity, which will include both still design, and that's graphic design or motion design. Okay, video stuff. That means if Segun has somebody doing that for him, so that he can focus on building his content, that would be wonderful. Also, I just said he needed to build content. In other words, he needs to do a lot of research, and there'll be so much information. He will need to contact the people who he needs to feature on his program. If Shagun has somebody who's assisting him with research and content development, it will help him become more effective in what he's doing. What have I just said? I said even Shagun hosting this event has a lot of challenges that he needs a solution for. Now, imagine how many people are online doing or the other things that need so much solution. So if you can build a skill of graphic design, it's going to be a bestseller. You can build a skill of web design. You can build a skill of video production or video editing. It's also going to be, excuse me, a sellout skill. If you can code as well, it's going to be a sellout skill. It would be good to know that Amazon, we all know Amazon as, they sell books and sell things. Currently, Amazon holds one of the biggest, strongest, safest, as it were, cloud-based solution that Facebook, Netflix, they are paying to use. Okay, so they grew from selling books into selling solutions, digital solutions. Now Facebook pays, I think, about $11 million every month to use their cloud-based solutions. So if you can provide digital products, and that's where programming comes in a skill, in such a time,
Before you
you're going
go
to
on
be
to
on the
before
most wanted
TJ,
edge.
before you go on to those very techie things,
Yes, please.
I just wanted to mention that on in doing this program, I have learned basic thing like hosting the pro. I can actually host this for people who want to have something like this,
Yeah,
interviews, church programs. In fact, the pastor called me and said,
yeah,
"How do you do this, my brother? Kindly come and teach me or show me the software that I need to do that." I said, "Fine, I will talk with you on how that can work." These things are very easy. The software that have been made to make them
yeah.
easy. Also,
Very easy.
you just talked about graphic design. I pay someone to do all my graphic design for me in a month, but in doing this, because I have to do it daily, like you were saying, whether it's live streaming or this now is my TV show. Conversations with Shegun is a TV show. I can put this anywhere. It can be online. It's on my YouTube. It's on my Facebook. I can I can grab the recorded and put it on terrestrial TV. So just by learning this soft skill, so because I do
Yeah,
it every day now, I have to learn graphic design. So I went to Canva. many of the still pictures that I used for this were all
I
done
was going to
through
mention.
Canva.
I was going to mention some of those.
So I'm saying that those ones are the very easy ones that young children can just pick up and begin to try their
Yeah.
hands.
Oh God.
It's well with you.
Yeah. I was going to mention them. Canva is one. Yeah. Thank you. The food must be sweet when they're done. I
I'm
believe
telling you.
that. Anyway, Canva is one. Canva is one. There are so many photo editing softwares. I may not be able to tell you this or this because different things work for different people, TextGram and what have you. But just go on your Google Play Store or go on your iOS and just search for a design software. Adobe even has a design software, Adobe
And they are
Photoshop.
mostly free.
There are many of them, and you can learn. Now, yes, they're free. And importantly, I was going to add that once you go to YouTube, just type how to use this app, and you will see that somebody has already created that for you, which now also is another thing, another opportunity. One of the things you can do is, like Segun is doing, is learn a skill and then teach people to do it. In teaching people, you can also, one, get paid. Two, if people watch your videos up to an extent in YouTube, you can get paid for people watching your videos on
So
YouTube.
true.
Okay, so you can now start creating tutorial to help other people learn. These are simple things. Take your phone, just like I'm using my phone right now. I'm sitting in front of my phone here. You don't know what my phone looks like. It doesn't need to, it's not an iPhone. It doesn't need to be any of all those mega phones. It just needs to be a phone that has a camera that I can record myself, I can talk and you can hear me. And then I record what I'm saying. I show people, probably I use one of the screen-to-mastic or any of all the other apps to record what I'm doing so you can see my screen and I share to people. And people learn, they follow me, it becomes what? A resource or a source of income for me. So everybody who wants to then I can give you basic on how to use Canva here. But if I want to do like learn Canva like a pro, I'll tell everybody, okay, pay 1,000 naira, and I get 50 people pay 1,000 naira to join my class because they enjoyed my free class. I have 50,000 at the end of one day's class because people paid 1,000 to learn a skill that I was
Or
willing
what
to
you already
teach.
know.
So
That
that's
you don't need
one
to
thing.
learn new.
There are
What you
other,
already know.
or what I already know. Yes, yes. There are a few other. There's the site Fiverr, Fiverr, Fiverr. Okay. Now the interesting thing about Fiverr, it's like it's a marketplace for creatives. I can say that. So you can have people who have audios that they want to transcribe. All your work will be to do is transcribe their audio into text and send to them, and they'll pay you $5, $10. Do graphic design, do web design, and send it. You don't even need to know who the person is. Okay, it's just a place where solution meets problems. Okay, people, like I was saying, people have needs. People want somebody to write books for them as ghostwriters. People want people to develop content for their website, blogs for their posts. If you can sit down, all the big English you have, that all the time you used to criticize and our government is this, all the time you used to do that, use that time to sit and construct something that someone can read or that can help someone position his or her brand out there in a positive manner. And guess what? You get paid. So those skills, so writing is a
So true,
skill.
so true.
Writing is a skill.
We're almost running
Storytelling is
up.
a skill.
Yes, TJ, we're
Yeah,
almost running up on time, and I see that you're struggling.
excuse me.
Yes, seriously, that's a weirdo pataki
Yeah.
walking right there. But I wanted to share. I wanted to share. I wanted to share one of the comments. Oh, it's so huge, but I think we should read. You can read it there. Thank you, TJ, for positive self-esteem. It's
Yeah,
positive
thank you.
self-esteem is something our parents have to build in every child. Most people today we know who have low self-esteem is as a
Yeah.
result of the abuse they experience while growing, especially in our contemporary African setting where we get bashed by our parents for making slight mistakes. This thing
Hmm.
goes a long way to destroy the self-image of such child. I wish our parents and many more potential parents tune in to hear this.
Yeah.
TJ, that's a very good point you made there. And this comment is from
Oh,
Precious, one of my mentees in Asaba. I don't know if you remember a first comment about grinding stone.
no.
He said that mother finally stopped using the stone once we all left the house.
Yeah, I can see we left.
but so
Oh,
good.
my wife, we need to see this.
Fantastic, fantastic. So TJ, in wrapping up, give us give us 5 skills that teenagers can learn this season, so that we can count it on the tip of our fingers. 5 skills that teenagers can learn this season. Go ahead, TJ.
Okay. But just quickly before I say that, I want, if there are teenagers watching this, go to my page. There's a challenge already going on my page, Usual TJ or Tough Nation. Um, I call it the Canva Leadership Challenge. I'm actually um, um, teaching teenagers how to design using Canva. Okay, and I'll be having a
Fantastic,
free class
fantastic.
this weekend. So if you go and you follow the challenge, you can win 6 GB for your data across any network. Okay, so that you can have resource opportunity to access resource online. So don't miss this out. Okay, go and show your skill, whatever how it is. Just download the Canva and do something on leadership and share, and we'll repost, get people to like it. And that's for that. Okay, so skill. Okay,
Five
one of the
skills,
things
5 skills
skill
on
you
the
can
top of your
learn
fingers you can
this
learn. Yeah.
this yes, five skill. One, I'll say content development. Content development will be learning how to write content for people's blogs, okay, people's websites, just to write. It's writing skill. Okay, so develop your writing skill is one I would say you can develop. Two, develop design skill. Okay, how to do, like I talked, graphic design using Canva or other apps. Develop social media management skills. Okay, so you know how to help people grow their social media page, how to do Facebook ads and all that ads is simple. Okay, you can learn that. That's number three. Number four, you can learn video editing and photo editing. Okay, so someone sends you a video, they want to put some animations and all that. Very easy for you to do. That's number four. And number
Yes.
five, you can even learn to do. This is interesting. Okay, let me just say this. It was when the line of my thoughts just came in. You can learn voiceovers. Okay, in times like
True.
this, you can learn how to do voiceovers. Many teenagers have beautiful voices. They can sing, they can do something. So why not just start singing or doing voiceovers yourself? Okay, it's 59 seconds. So that even an event like this may just get one beautiful song in the beginning, before Segun Manuel comes up, or you just hear someone says, "Welcome to the conversations with Segun," and he loves it, and that's a job
So
for
true.
you. Okay, so
So
that's
true. So
another
true.
amazing
So true.
skill.
So thank you very much, TJ. Thank you very much, TJ. We touched on a very interesting part that we might take time again
It's
to
my
talk
pleasure.
about how parents, bring up children. Today we're talking about skills that teenagers can learn, but I think that's a very good topic we will take up some of the time. Uh, how parents need to bring up their children in the
Yeah,
reality of today, because you see most of the questions and comments that came in that line. Somebody
went to.
made a comment. I think let me put that on. Okay, fantastic. Harry Manisa Oyofo says, Shegun, I need to talk to you wherever you're free about a couple of things. Okay, fantastic. We'll see how that will work. Also, Ofe said, on the back of improving self esteem, young people should cultivate the habit of reading to broaden the mind. Knowledge boosts
True,
confidence. Fantastic. That's to it.
true.
Ofe, thank you
Very,
very much.
very important.
Ofe is watching from
Very
London.
important. Very
Harriman
important.
Issa Oyofo is my lecturer in school.
Hey,
I would need to
oh,
communicate with him privately. But anyhow, Ofe, thank you for watching, and thank you to all who have watched. TJ, you have something coming up this weekend. In two
thank
minutes,
you,
share with us what it is that you have coming on this weekend.
Oh yes, yes. Okay, okay. This weekend from the 15th to 17th, we'll be hosting the first. It's an initiative to start an association that will help standardize training in the coaching platform for teenage coaches and parenting coaches. Okay, we see that there's a recent burst of passion for people to get into training parents on how to parent, and also training coaching teams on how to navigate their course. through their experience as teens. However, a lot of people are asking, how do we do this? How do we grow our influence? How do we build a curriculum? How do we know what to do, basically? Okay, and the questions over time. I've been doing this for, I think, this will be my 22nd year. Has led myself and a lot of some of my friends to set up what we call the Association of Parenting and Teen Coaches of Nigeria, and we'll be having our maiden online conference this weekend, 15th to the 19th. We'll be having my friends Steve Harris, Sam Bafemi. We have Barrister Taiwa Kinlami. We have Wendy Ologe. We have Irene Bangwell. We have a couple of others who will be on platform to engage us in some critical conversations that will lead us, not just to establishing an
A
association,
union.
but helping us give frame and form to what I call, yes, what I'm referred to as an industry right now in Nigeria, so that
Oh,
coaches can get the
how do
necessary
people
support. So
participate in
if you
this?
are a
How do people
parent coach
participate in this?
watching this, yeah, if okay, just go on Facebook or Instagram and look for aptcon.ng, aptcon, aptcon.ng
A
on
A
Facebook
P.
or on
Say it again.
Instagram. You see more information there.
aptcon.ng.
The
I want to put it up.
apcon, aptcon.ng, yeah, on Facebook.
Okay, so that's it right there.
On Facebook, on
Uh,
Instagram, aptcon.ng.
aptcon.ng.
Yes. On Facebook, or not, it's not yet as a website, because we need to get an association running. There are certain things that needs to happen, and this first event will be critical to that happening. So people who participate in this event even have the opportunity of becoming not just first members, but probably executive of the association as well. So please, you want to participate, and let it be that it was in your time that something like this was created. It's going to be the first in Nigeria, and I don't know if the first in Africa, but it's a work with pioneering that you should be a part of. So I'm inviting you to be a part. Registration is about I think 75 to register. Please don't let that limit you. Stretch yourself beyond that, so that it will be the right foundation you've laid for the future of parenting and teen coaching in Nigeria. Thank you,
All
thank you, thank you.
right, all right, all right, all right, TJ. I've allowed you to do your own marketing. Maybe I'll start charging very soon for marketing on this program. You can never tell. Yes, that's part of the benefits you get for. If I run this long enough, why? It should be something that we can. Again, I want to say thank you, Chunu TJ. Thank you for allowing us to take out time in this lockdown season. Take out time from your family to speak out to many people who are watching right now, and those who will watch after now on YouTube and other platforms. Thank you again. Thank you to everyone watching. Thank you, TJ, for coming. We look forward to having you again. God bless you.
It's my pleasure.
Thanks. So,
My pleasure.
all right, we have had TJ on. Tomorrow we're going to have somebody else on. Tomorrow we're going to have Treasure Kalu. This time is TK. We just had TJ. Tomorrow we'll have TK. TK is going to be here with us tomorrow on Conversations with Segun. I can guarantee you that this conversation is continuing. It's not going to stop. It's not stopping anytime soon. You want to keep a date with us on Conversations with Segun. If you're not already liked this page, like our page, Segun Manuel. If you are not already subscribed to our channel on Instagram, subscribe. It's at Segun Manuel. All the handles are there, and we would be live with you. You will get the notifications as soon as we come on live. It's 12:30 p.m. every day of the week. 12:30 p.m. Monday to Sunday for the next 1 month. Conversations with Segun continue. My name has always been Segun Manuel. Thank you for keeping this time with us. I look forward to having you sometime again very soon. Well, before I go, okay, I think I'll share this comment. But anyhow, thank you for watching.